Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and these are 2018 Salomon boards. This is the Assassin, and this is the Villain. Both are great hard-charging decks. I'm going to walk through their differences and their similarities, and hopefully by the end of the video, you'll figure out which boards can be better for your riding style. Right off the bat, the Assassin is a little bit more of a hard-charging deck than the Villain. Both are great boards, of course, but this one just has a little bit more energy and power to it because there's lots of additional laminates to it. Both boards have true twin shaping and centered style stances, so when you ride the board this way or this way, it should feel the exact same, and they both have rocked out camber profiles, meaning that either board, when set on flat ground, is going to have kind of a camber style appeal to it. But there's going to be a rocker on the outside of the insert packs to those contact points, camber underneath each foot, and then a flat section in between each foot. So when you set it on flat ground, that flat section is actually going to be raised off the snow, so it's going to feel a little bit more like a camber style board than a rocker style board. And there's an interesting thing about this profile shape is that the ollie snap and pop is directly behind that back foot, not near the contact point on traditional camber style boards. Now the Villain and the Assassin will have pretty good flex ratings. The Villain's about a 5. The Assassin can get up to a 6, maybe even a 7 or so because of the lot of additional laminates. Now, both boards feature an Aspen Select style wood core and Popster. Popster means that the board's cores have been milled to be a little bit thicker underneath each foot and in between the board for greater energy transfer. Now, the Assassin features what's called Eco Boost Popster. So there's additional carbon. There's carbon V-stringer on the nose and the tail in a V shape with a centerline carbon as well. And then there's 4 bamboo stringers, 2 on the nose and 2 on the tail that kind of run from the very end of the board parallel with the rail in between the sidewall and of course the insert packs. That gives the board's nose and tail lots of boost. Now, the Villains, of course, features booster as well, but it's just carbon on the nose and the tail, not the additional laminates of bamboo. The Villain also features a triax style glass, whereas the Assassin features a biax glass and also has slingshot in the sidewalls. The sidewalls, which are ABS, feature carbon within them to give the board just a little extra snap and boost. With the Assassin, there's actually something completely different. It's called Royal Cork rails. And you'll see almost the whole length of the board, there's going to be a small piece of cork, about 2 millimeters thick, that helps the board to absorb negative vibrations and make the ride a little bit more damp. But another thing that makes this board have a lot of energy over the Villain is actually the bamboo top shape. And you can see that through that kind of clear veneer style finish. There's a tip to tail, rail to rail style thin piece of bamboo that gives this board lots of energy. Both boards feature centered style stances or centered bases that have a lot of wax absorbing properties, but you need to make sure to maintain these bases throughout the season so they don't become dry. The Villain has what's called a quadratic or quadrilaser style side cut radius, which is a more gradual blending of side cut radiuses than what you'll find in the Assassin, which has the EQ rad. Both boards feature freestyle edge bevels that are kind of like an edge bevel near those contact points to make them a little less catchy. But you really won't have to worry about that too much because there's a lot of rocker on the nose and the tail. But these are both great boards. Now, if you're a little bit more of a hard-charging all-mountain rider, I get the Assassin. And if you're, a really good all-mountain rider that doesn't need a lot of energy in their boards, but still likes a good amount of pop, the Villain's going to be a great choice. Both boards really rip in the parks. The Assassin, if you're hitting big booters, the Assassin is like pretty much a no-brainer. It's a super strong board that has lots of pop, and so is the Villain. This one's just going to have a little bit more energy to it. This is the Assassin. This is the Villain. Both great boards that you can check out from thehouse.com. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment or a question. Let me know if you guys have been on this board or this board, and let me know what you think of either of them. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We're just about to break 25,000 subscribers. It's going to happen this week, and I'm pretty pumped. Thanks for watching. See you guys around. Peace.